Acquiring Business for Good is a programme that's managed by Social Firms Scotland and funded by the Big Lottery. We support merger, acquisition, joint venture and partnership transactions across the third sector in Scotland. So we work with housing associations, charities, social firms, social enterprises and development trusts who are looking to grow in new ways.
I think the programme has been dynamic and pioneering in the sense that we have been flexible enough to adapt the methodology to include organisations who want to grow their business portfolio through partnering, joint ventures or indeed mergers.
The benefit of considering mergers, joint ventures and business acquisition is that you get a different angle on growth and you can maybe get a start that's a step up the ladder that's quicker, easier and more efficient and most importantly lower risk.
Well, we decided to buy the Fruit Mart, which is in Longside in Aberdeenshire, because it was a fruit and veg business, which is our business, but it also had a contract with Aberdeenshire Council to provide work placements for adults with learning difficulties, which fitted well with our ethos. So it made absolute sense in business and social terms for us to buy it.
We purchased Aspire to expand, so it was a quicker expansion than starting a business from scratch.
Saw it as a growth area, but also looking for opportunities to diversify within the care sector, but beyond pure domiciliary care, so maybe looking at residential opportunities. So a combination of growth and diversification.
We were looking to increase our activities, particularly on the trading side, and when I had met with Malcolm, he had outlined an opportunity to work in partnership with ACE, developing commercial recycling, and it seemed like too good an opportunity really to miss.
It's a lot easier if you have the resources to do so, to buy an existing successful business than to start one up from scratch and try and make it successful.
We've worked with charities that are merging with other charities. We've talked to social enterprises that are taking over projects from charities. We've talked to social enterprises that are buying businesses from other social enterprises. We've worked with large development trusts that are buying businesses. We've worked with community organisations buying businesses from people within their community.
Well, I mean, we have examples of community groups that are using the programme. So we're operating, we're both providing support, and the Acquiring Business for Good programme certainly provides a unique set of skills and experience for these groups to tap into in a kind of safe environment.
The programme has a wide range of support. The first part is that we run Getting Ready to Buy seminars and short masterclasses that are aimed at helping anybody who will either be on a board of an organisation considering business acquisition or merger, or part of the operational management of the transaction itself. Then we also offer deal-related project management, and in that way we support an organisation from the strategic decision to buy a business or to merge with another organisation, right the way through to targeting what type of organisation they'd like to buy or merge with, valuing it, conducting due diligence, completing the transaction, and most importantly, we remind the organisations and help them from the very beginning where to find the funding and finance.
Buying a business like that was a new experience for us. It's a challenging process anyway. In our circumstance, as a charity and social enterprise, buying a private sector business, having the Social Firms Scotland people on hand, which they were, for information, advice, to talk things through, just was incredibly helpful and helped us get there.
It helped me from everything from feasibility to business plan to purchasing the business.
Acquiring Business for Good supported us by giving us the opportunity to sit around a table and learn about the opportunities for funding and the process of valuation.
Another area of our support is that we have a number of template documents that we can tailor within the programme. The big benefit of this is it gets a starting point, so an organisation can get a sense of what a document would be like before they have to spend any money on it legally. And lots of times our templates are good enough to use without spending money with lawyers. We also introduce the parties, and that's both the buyers and the sellers, or both parties and mergers, to professional advisors who have experience with SME deals.
Well, I've been involved with the programme for 2.5 years now as one of their core advisors, which means we really look behind the scenes and try and make things work smoothly.
I got involved in the Acquiring Business for Good programme because it naturally felt right for me as a corporate finance lawyer, largely doing M&A work but with a keen interest in third sector, and it was a programme that was filling a gap that I didn't think that was being filled by anybody else at the time, and promoting the opportunity and the potential of acquisitions for businesses.
Key benefits for your clients, I suppose, is the support that they're getting. They've got access to a panel of experienced advisors who've been there, done it before. It's important for your clients to concentrate on running their own business because they need to retain the value in that business and let us, I suppose, go on and run the acquisition.
Acquiring Business for Good programme is an excellent programme. It links you in with key advisors and professionals, finance, legal, people that have already been involved in partnerships or mergers and acquisitions. So most of the questions you need answered are answered immediately. Saves a lot of time and keeps you right on the technical detail.
When Social Firm Scotland first went to the big lottery to talk about the Acquiring Business for Good programme, one of the key goals then was to say we need 5 years to pilot this in Scotland, and we think we can do 8 deals. That sounds quite low considering the size of Scotland and the period of time. And I guess when I started the programme I did think it was low because I felt we could move everything along much quicker. But because it is so new, it isn't low. And what happened was the big lottery came back to us and said, well, we can't fund you for 5 years, we'll give you 4 years funding, but you have to do 10 deals. And we've reached 7 completed deals as of now in May 2012. We've got another 3 deals that I anticipate will complete within 3 months. And I think there's 1 or 2 more that we'll bring in. So I'm confident we'll be over the line on that target with the big lottery. The other target from the lottery was that we engage the private sector, both in selling to us and also in working with us. And just the number of professional advisors and the people who are interested in selling to us that have got involved in the programme, I think has completely nailed that target in the lottery's eyes.
Yeah, I think it has definitely demonstrated viability in a market for growth, and really interesting in a context that's changed dramatically in the last 4 years since we actually first considered the proposal, and when the programme first started up. You think, we're now in recession and the economy's contracting, and actually it's managed to achieve what it has achieved against that backdrop is really quite significant. There's been a high level of interest in it, so it suggests to me that there is demand out there, and there's potential for more deals in the future. And certainly there's viability of those deals. So yeah, I think it's very positive, that.
It's been certainly for me one of the most dynamic and innovative programmes that I've been involved in my 12-15 years in the social economy sector. And principally because it has been pioneering, it's been testing the waters around acquisition, and we've managed to engage with the right partners. So whilst we're experts in social firm development, and supporting people to have employment strategies around disadvantaged people, we weren't traditionally experts in acquisition, corporate acquisition, so we had to find the right partners. And for me, this has been a very positive project based on real meaningful partnerships across the third, public and private sector.
If a social enterprise is considering buying another business and it makes sense for them financially and socially, go for it, and most certainly use Social Firm Scotland as a means of support.